Okay, hey there everybody. Just a short little video for you today because I have sort of an announcement. No, I guess it is an announcement, not sort of an announcement. A few days ago, I went to the Salvador Dali Museum here in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I was really inspired by his work and like him thinking completely outside the box and creating things that are totally different than basically anyone would ever think of, anyone had thought of before, or really would even think of in the future. It was just mind-blowing, all the stuff he did. Creations not just for art, but inventions and all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, I was inspired to use art as a means of promoting disability awareness. And my initial thought was that I would recreate works of the old masters, like Da Vinci and Monet and all those guys. Recreate those works, but with like a disability, what am I trying to say? With a twist, a disabled twist, let's say. But then I realized I'm not nearly a good enough artist to do that, so I decided to just alter them slightly to get my disabled twist on them. And I have two done, but I have ideas for many others, so I kind of hope you'll like this idea. I really loved it as soon as I thought of it, and I'll show you the two. And I'm posting all of them on my blog because, well, that's kind of the best way to do it, really. But I haven't used the blog in a while, but I think I'm going to start using it a lot more often to post these pictures and also my insight into what I've done in the picture and the creation and whatnot. So basically, I'm taking works that were done by Seurat, Dali, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, all those geniuses, and putting my own spin on them. So here is The Last Supper, of course, Da Vinci. But you see, I've put one of the apostles, I have him sitting in a wheelchair. And another one over here, I have a crutch. Now, the wheelchair, I'll just explain a little bit about it. The wheelchair was my first idea, and there we go. You can see it there. The wheelchair I'm really quite happy with, came out nicely. Nicely? Well, whatever. The crutch, not so happy with, it kind of looks weird. But, so this was my first one. And this was actually how I got the idea when I was in the Dali Museum, and Dali had done different things with Da Vinci's Last Supper. So that was my first one, and I went through about 3, 4, maybe 5 revisions before I settled on that, which is kind of amazing that it took me like 4 or 5 revisions just to change 2 little things. This is my most recent one. I worked on this all of yesterday. Well, for a few hours yesterday. I did a few revisions of this also. This is George Seurat's A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of Le Grand Jatte. It's one of the absolute masterpieces of the pointillist movement. Or an example of pointillism, I mean. So I did this crutch over here first, and I explained this on the blog, but basically I had initially designed the crutch to be the kind you would get at a hospital for like a temporary injury, but then I realized that I wanted to make it look like a more permanent injury, or disability rather. So I changed it to this other style crutch. Then I put one on this woman over here. But as I mentioned on my blog, I'm not as happy with this one because she's supposed to be holding it up off the ground. And this kind of looks almost like a penis. So again, my artistic skills are not that great. Okay, so then I put this wheelchair here in the middle, and basically it's supposed to be for one of these, this lady here, basically. It's her wheelchair, and she's sitting on the ground out of it. And then that was all I was going to do at first. But then I decided that this guy sitting here would be perfect to put braces on. So he's got a body jacket, part of the braces here, and then the leg part here, here, and there. And this is his crutch here. And as I also mentioned on my blog post, these are supposed to be braces, but they admit they kind of look almost more like a corset. So again, my sucky art skills. But I'm gonna work on more. I've got ideas for several others, and I'm sure I will have even more ideas as I keep looking at different works of art. But basically, the reason why I'm doing this is because, like, in all the works of the great masters, and really in most art in general, I haven't seen disabled people, whether it's wheelchairs or braces and crutches, or like a breathing apparatus, maybe for people with asthma or emphysema or some other type of disease that makes it difficult to breathe, or maybe a hearing aid, or there are so many different disabilities that aren't really represented in art. And I mean, this is art, but it's also history, and the same goes for this. So I wanted to try to use art as a way to promote disability awareness and to show that maybe there should be more disabled people presented in art. And I'm hoping that when my art skills get better, that I will be able to create my own original works and go from there. But so here you go, my first one again, Da Vinci's Last Supper, with the wheelchair and crutch added, and Seurat's famous example of pointillism with the crutch over here, the wheelchair here, another crutch here, and braces and crutches there. So I really hope that all my viewers like this, and please, if you enjoyed it, go to my blog. I'll put the URL up again. I stopped doing that for a while, but I'm going to put it back up, and share it on like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I don't know. There's probably a lot of other things, Tumblr, whatever. But okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.